this is Mahesh Ravi, and in this video, we are going to talk about user testing using Maze. So Maze is an interesting website which lets you create unmoderated tests for your app or website and share it with a bunch of people to collect their research data. What do they think about the app and all that? Even though it is an unmoderated research methodology, you can guide the users really well using this platform. So let's get started with it and let's say how we are going to work or how will we create an unmoderated test using Maze. So you can get started for free. This is your dashboard. You can see that I already have a study. So you can see that it's called a maze. Like whenever you're creating a user test, it's called a maze in this particular tool. So we have created one maze already, and that's Formlog, right? That's a film project management system that I've created, and I've created a test for that, right? So you can see that that's actually here. I haven't sent it to anybody. That's the reason it's saying the status is in draft mode. I haven't received any responses because I haven't shared it with anybody. You can actually see some quick actions here where you can rename it, duplicate it, edit it, and delete it. So since we are actually using a free version of it, the number of mazes, the number of tests that we can create might be limited. So we can actually see this. We can start from scratch. So we are going to click on this and we'll start from scratch. We can actually choose an existing project in here, and you can choose a project from this as well. So what we will do is, this is our start from scratch. We are going to choose the existing project. If you need to add a new project, this is what I said, right? So we will not be able to create multiple projects in the free plan. And I can actually name the project. So I'm going to just call it testing one. And we are going to create a maze. So we have our new maze, and this is how it looks like when we are building it. So you can see that we are building our test here. We are building our test here. We are sharing our test. Then we will get the results and the report. That's how the process flow works in here. And you can see that on the left side here, you can see that there are different blocks that you need to add to the test. Welcome screen is already created, right? So this is the welcome screen. We can see the welcome screen here and how it will look to the viewer, right? So if we are sending this test to the user, this is the first screen that they are going to see. So this is the number of blocks that we have. The first block is the welcome screen. You can actually write the message here, and this is a preview of it, right? So these are the blocks. This is the building screen, and this is the preview, right? That's how the workspace is divided in here. It might be slightly confusing here. See, basically, this is how it happens. You add different blocks in here, you edit those blocks, and you share it with the client. Now, the first thing, let's talk about this welcome screen. This is the welcome screen preview. Unfortunately, we are not able to change the text in here because it's the free version. If we had access to the pro version, we can write whatever we want in here. So it doesn't matter because it actually says that you have been invited to share your feedback. So this actually applies to everything, and they will have a get started button. When they click on it, they will go to the next block, right? So we have to add the next block here. So we're going to click on the add block, and what do we want people to do? If we have a prototype like in Figma or XD, we need to choose this. If we have a live website that we want to test with the audience, we can choose that. If we want to just ask them some questions, we can directly get into questions. There are multiple things that you can do in here. But what we want to do here is that we want them to test out a prototype that we have created in Figma, and then let us know their feedback. So we're going to click on this prototype test. The block is already formed, and this is what we have to write. What do you want them to do? Right. Try out this prototype and let us know your thoughts. Right. So this is the task that we want. If you want additional description, right, go through all the screens and explore features. right? Something like that. We have that. Now we haven't connected the prototype, right? So we are just making a slideshow that people will see, but there is no prototype added. We have to add our prototype. So click on add prototype, and we have to add a Figma link, right? Because we created our prototype in Figma and we have to copy that. You can actually copy prototype links from any software, right? It can be Figma, it can be XD, it can be Protopy, it can be Bravo Vision, Marvel, Axure, or anything like that, right? So you can just copy that link here. What we are going to do is we will go to our Figma and then copy our prototype link. Go to Figma and log in. So this is basically the project that we have. Just open that up and I will go to my prototypes. So you can see that I have one prototype right here. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and I'll go to the prototype page and you can see that I have prototyped this particular section. So I have created a flow and it's called flow 1 and I want users to test this particular flow. So what I have to do is just click on share and copy the link here, go back to our maze, add our prototype link right here, just paste it. It is going to fetch the Figma prototype from our link, our project. So it is going to look for flows in there. If you haven't prototyped anything, it might not work. So click on import and we are in import. We already imported the file. So you can see that the prototype is loading right here. This is how they will see it, right? And you go down, and this is the most important part, right? So you are actually creating the path, set the path you expect testers to take to complete this mission. So currently, it is actually here, like just like that, and it's not going to work on do anything. But the moment you start playing in this portfolio, in this prototype, that will be recorded, and that is what will be something that will be shared with the users. So what you have to do is just say that. So I'm going to click here, and you can see that the path is added. So now I'm going to click on this. It is going to give me these options. You can also see that the paths are added. I'm going to click on this project and I will click start the project and we are in the project page and I'm going to just move the menu, right? So I can drag and move the menu like that and my prototype is done, right? So I have explored all the things that I can do in here. Now if you come down, your path is added, right? Everything is set. Go back to this section and what you need to do is to add a block. So I'm going to just ask them some open questions, right? What do you think about the design? So you can just add something like that. They can answer it in test. This is how it will look like, right? I'm going to add another question, open question. What do you think about the features? So I'm going to just add that and they can type their answer here. And maybe I can add something like an opinion scale, right? Rate this particular prototype. You can see that they can actually rank it like that. So I have done this. So that's it. And then the end of it is going to be a thank you thing, right? So I have done everything. You click on preview, this button. It opens up how the user will basically be seeing it. So on the left side, they will basically get this intro scene. That was default. By default, it was created like this. So if you click get started, they will start seeing this prototype. It will say that try out this prototype and let us know your thoughts. So get started and we can now interact with this prototype, right? So click on this and click on this and that's it, right? So this is where the path ends. So well done, you completed this mission, continue. They're going to ask all these questions, you just finish it and then that's basically it, right? So this is how the app or maze actually works. So I hope it actually gives you a clear idea on how to take your apps and then share it to multiple users to get their feedback and then make your changes accordingly, right? So thank you for watching this and try out Maze. I'll see you with another video soon. Thank you.